The moment I've been waiting for. He likes to keep me waiting for 6 or 7 hours. It's the GOAT, number 8 out there. Aaron Rodgers, how are you?
Hi, Kay. Great to see you. Thanks for being here.
Hey, we had Red Zone Day out there.
Yeah.
Look at that face. Can we get a close-up of that face? No. I show up. I'm looking for drama. I'm looking for, I have to be the Dr. Phil to you and Garrett Wilson and all this, using the headlines are saying words like fuming Aaron Rodgers. You're out there with whoopee cushions and rubber chickens doing pranks and doing the Ric Flair walk. What gives?
You saw the Ric Flair walk?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Nobody even knows what that is. It's a lot of bullshit. You know that. Come on. There's always stories to be made up. Listen, I also, and I talked to G about this. There's appearance and there's the reality. What it appears to be can be taken, you can run with it. The reality was, you can't really tell because I watched the video. The second conversation, we're kind of laughing at each other. I'm teasing him. He's kind of like the little brother's getting teased, and then he kind of snaps back, and then I tease him back. So it's a whole lot of nothing in the end. There are good conversations that we have when the fans or the media is not zooming in on us, but he's a passionate guy. I'm a passionate guy, but a lot of that stuff is literally not what the reality is. The appearance doesn't even really match what was said out there, I think, to a lot of extent, because if you look at our faces, you can kind of see in the second video, I'm laughing at him. I
said this to Garrett, to G as you call him. I said, I feel like you guys are feeding into it. I feel like you guys know that the media is watching.
That's
and
not
you're just
on
having
purpose.
fun.
I'm not.
Okay.
He's kind of a hothead sometimes. I gotta cool him down a little
You're
bit.
not. Everyone thinks you're a hothead. Fuming is the word used, Aaron.
Yeah. I might have yelled at the Tipman about a high snap.
What's going on there? How do you make a bad snap a good snap?
Well, I have a limited amount of athletic ability left, so I still have a little bit of a vertical. So he hasn't snapped it on my head yet, but I kind of like it, from eyes down to belly button, somewhere in there somewhere.
Tyler Conklin calls you the Oppenheimer.
I heard that.
Of football. I have to ask you, since you have so many opinions on so many historical things, is that a good thing?
No, I told him I don't think it was a good thing. Because in one of the famous Oppenheimer quotes something about "I'm now the destroyer of worlds."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
When I think Aaron Rodgers, I think I am now the destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, that's terrible.
You don't like it. I heard you said that you have 2 good years left. Why put a number out there? Why put that out there?
I don't think that's what I said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're lying. It's a conspiracy theory.
I might have said a couple, but
AI?
a couple seems to be 2 or 3.
Yeah.
A few is 3 or 4. Many is 4+.
What's your day like? You leave here. What are the Aaron Rodgers-y things that you do?
Okay, you're asking good questions.
Yeah, I want to know all of the Aaron Rodgers-y holistic.
Well, I got a whole. Wake up early.
What time?
With a 6 on the clock. That's early. Okay. We start at 8, so wake up with at least a 6 on the clock, and I make my little coffee drink. I set out my waters for the day. Shout out Mountain Valley. Are they a sponsor of the Up and Adams?
Yes, they are. They certainly are.
Can we get a couple cases a month sent to?
God, what is it like to be
What's
Aaron Rodgers? Unbelievable.
Yeah, what's your address?
I'm not telling you. Can you please stay on track? I want to know your thing. What's your coffee drink? You have to be specific here. The world wants to know.
No, there's a lot of different. There's some mushroom powder in there.
Over under on him saying mushroom is 6.
Not psilocybin mushroom.
I don't know.
Okay. There's 2 different types.
Okay.
There's the blast off, and then there's the healthy ones. The other ones are healthy too, mentally. Then I get all my stuff, get my water set, and then have a little breakfast and go through the entire day. Then I come back, have my dinner, and then I might get 1 or 2 episodes of Lost in. I'm going back and watching Lost.
Oh my God!
Right,
speaking my language. Where are you in it? Not Penny's Boat, or we?
Season 3. We're almost.
Okay.
I mean,
3. Sawyer,
and
Dharma Initiative.
Yeah. We're all there. We're there. But I noticed that Michael Clements bears a stunning resemblance to Mr. Echo, and it happened the other night. I was like, oh my God, that's Debo. I call him.
Okay.
And then Mr. Echo, spoiler alert, just passed away. So I felt bad that I called him Mr. Echo, and then a couple days later.
Aaron, all you have to do is say that you go home and take the other kind of mushrooms and go to sleep, because that's what that must be like. You sitting there looking
You don't sleep when you're on the other type of mushrooms. I think.
Okay, clearly you're being very open. Do you want to talk about Egypt?
Yeah, sure.
What were you doing there?
I was seeing a lot of the temples, obviously pyramids, Sphinx. That was like at the end of the trip, the first part of the trip. There's temples all over that country, so we were on like a houseboat kind of thing on the Nile. So
just like Moses wanted it.
Yeah, went down to Aswan and everywhere in between, and flew up to Cairo and did the pyramids and the Sphinx and did camel out in the desert, and it was a great trip. Hot though, very hot.
Great, hotter than this.
Oh yeah.
Did you throw any routes out there? Did you warm up the arm? No.
No, I didn't. I didn't find a lot of footballs out there in Egypt.
Did you take a selfie with the Sphinx?
Well, I got a picture, not a selfie.
Got it.
You
Got it.
I should post that probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely should. There's a big conspiracy, since you know that the Sphinx, the head of the Sphinx is so small that it actually used to be a lion's head. It's like all over social media. Where do you come out on that?
The age of it as well. The weathering that's on it. I
the
happen to fall.
Constellations, Leo.
Yeah, I'm in the Graham Hancock side of that debate for sure.
What does that mean?
Well, he believes that the age of the Sphinx is much older than they tell us. So I'm definitely in the Mr. West and Graham Hancock theories about that. Also, when you go over there, it gives you some interesting opinions about how those things were actually made, where the rocks came from, the size of the rocks, the cuts in the rocks. Something you should go see in person.
Okay, so you did
during
that.
During minicamp.
Yes.
Sorry, OTAs.
Now you're back. Do you know when your week 1 game is? Let's just be clear, so you have it on your calendar, so you don't plan a trip to the to Machu Picchu.
That's
that
a
weekend.
good one. That'd be fun. Have you been there?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I
beautiful.
hiked it. It's gorgeous, and I know you did.
It's beautiful.
Okay, talk. Week 1.
Yeah.
I had Chavarius Ward. I had Diamador Lenore. Both come on my show, and they really want.
Good job with those names. That was 2 tough names.
Thank
Guys
you.
that might have been on the Key and Peele old skit.
It's
actually.
the Niners. You've got history. The Niners matter to you. You grew up liking the Niners. What is that?
Yeah, that was a long time ago, though, Kay. That was like 19 years ago.
I want to know what you think of that matchup and them saying they're going to catch one off of you, old timer.
A lot of people have said that over the years, but not many have actually done that.
Okay.
But no, those guys are both really good players. I think it's a good test for us to see a Super Bowl finalist. What do you call them? What's the nice way of saying they lost the Super Bowl?
I don't
Finalist?
know. I don't know. I guess we'd have to ask.
They were in the Super Bowl.
Finalists.
They were in the
sure.
Super Bowl. To see them at full strength. They're obviously have a ton of all pros and Pro Bowlers on the team. Very well coached. So it'd be a real good matchup for us. Monday night again on grass. It'll be fun.
Ward wants you to sign the ball if he gets a pick off you. Would you oblige?
No.
Just a quick no. Absolutely not. Love that.
Well, somebody. We're gonna have to edit this out for sound, but.
Well, you are the Jets, so it's kind of fitting.
Eccles said he caught a pick off of Tom and brought the ball to him after the game to sign. I don't know. That'd be a little weird. You know what? I'd probably do it. If I was like a 5th or 6th year player, I'd probably say, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
You know, but now, in my old age and maturity, maybe I'd sign it for him.
You do whatever you want to do. When you say maturity, give yourself some credit.
That's a
what
real
is something?
loose term, yeah.
Well, what has evolved about you in the past couple seasons, or even over this 19-year stretch? What would you give yourself credit for?
Well, I'm less stressed out, as you can probably imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm a little less reactive, a little less triggered by certain things. But a lot of that's lifestyle and habit stuff, and just meditating a little more and turning off the TV a little more. Although in camp you got to have some sort of mindless something. Lost is not exactly the most mindless
it's the most
TV.
frustrating
There's a lot of
show.
storylines to keep.
What's in the hatch?
But that was great. Yeah.
There's no answers. Jacob, most frustrating series of all time.
I don't know about that.
Absolutely. Hands down the most frustrating series of all
Anyway.
time. All for nothing. Anyway.
You're a real stressed out person. You're type A, you're wound kind of type. and I was for a little bit as well, but I've enjoyed meditating more, reading more, relaxing more. You know, maybe you should do some of
Taking
that stuff.
trips to Egypt, skirting responsibility more.
What
I should do that. I'm
responsibility?
kidding. Totally kidding. You're walking back this Davante Adams stuff that I started drumming up. Are you trying to make me
it's
look
just
stupid?
silly. No, it's just a silly,
What's silly?
question.
What do you mean? There's no
Of course,
chance?
I love Davante. I'd love to play with Davante again. It might be in the in the 2028 Olympics if they let some of the old guys go out and play. But we'll see. I mean, I want him to have great success, and I love him. We keep in contact. Mostly we talk about golf because he's a fanatic about golf. I think the only person who's as passionate about golf as he is Sauce. And Sauce has a great swing. I'd love to see Sauce in Tahoe in a couple of years if he ever felt comfortable enough. Davante actually had a nice year in Tahoe, but listen, Davante's over there. If things in some alternate universe came to fruition, whatever. I love Davante, and any chance to play with him if we're playing ping pong, golf. If I'm smoking them at Boo Ray or some other game. Just love spending time with Tay.
Garrett is watching his tape a lot. You're lining him up in the slot a lot. Hackett had a lot of success with Davante in the slot with you. What are the expectations for this young Garrett Wilson, who I think you want to get the best out of? And he had 2 straight 1,000-yard seasons without you, pretty much.
Oh, pretty much, yeah. I didn't throw him a pass. Probably should have. Thanks for bringing that up.
You're welcome.
No,
Always.
I love G. I just want him to be on the details. I think if he can figure out the little details in the offense that really matter the most, then I think he can have as good a season as he wants. He has all the other talents and skills and ability and instincts and feel. It's just this offense is about spacing and timing and being at the right spot on time, being open on time, in rhythm. And if we can get that part down, then all the other stuff he brings to the offense is just icing on the cake.
Love that. I have a couple rapid fires for you,
Please,
okay?
yeah.
Can Up and Adams show in Green Bay stay at your house?
Yes.
It's okay, great. Are you waiting to sell your house in Green Bay to buy your house in Cairo?
Yes.
When is the last time you talked to Hassan Reddick?
It's been a little while.
How long?
It's been a while.
Aaron.
I think I texted him when he got
Oh, boy.
we got traded. So there were a couple other back and forths maybe, but it's been a little bit. But I can't wait to see him.
Okay. What happened to the number hashtag sign with your tweets? What happened to that?
I don't tweet anymore. I don't think.
Best New York City meal?
Late night pizza.
Last time you flew commercial.
It's been a while.
Last time you talked to Robert Kennedy. Kidding. Last time you talked to Joe Namath.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Or maybe you should
For Joe.
Maybe you should stop hanging out with Jacob and the Dharma Initiative and Sawyer and company and call some of these OGs.
You're right. Thanks, Kay.
You're welcome.
Great
Anything
to
else
see
you
you.
want to talk about? They're pulling the
You.
no, they're pulling
They're in
the
your
old
ear?
thing.
Yeah.
No, I don't have an earpiece.
Yeah.
I'm a rebel. A type
Let's
A.
talk about you.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go on.
In your stress level,
Oh,
would
God.
you say it originates from a specific spot? Like your assistant or the person does your hair or the person does your toes?
Like they
or
don't get foot
your
Twitter on me.
stylist? Who gives you the most stress
Who
in your
gives me
life?
the most?
Yeah.
This guy, Matthew Hamilton, right
Yeah,
here.
Okay.
This gentleman, yeah.
So you got to get him out.
Oh, we have to cut people out.
Oh, that's the guy you want to fire.
Is that yeah?
That's-
That's what I was telling you about, Aaron. Is that's the key? Close the circle.
No, I want. No,
Go ahead, more about
here's
me.
Here's a real question.
I'm
What
very uncomfortable.
What habits have you changed in the last couple of years of your life that makes you more happy?
I go to Pilates every morning.
You stop working for the man, for one. Cheers.
Yeah, when I'm doing my own thing, which
Pilates,
is amazing.
The
It is. Wanna
with
know
the
why?
reformer or not the reformer?
Reformer.
Okay. All right.
But want to know why? Because if I only like that because if I think about anything else, I'll fall off. So it has it's meditative to me, like
Yeah,
legit.
so you're present.
I'm just present. And
But you're not meditating yet. You're not doing any mind
I
enhancing
feel like my
plants.
hour-long show is that. Does that sound crazy? Like
Yep.
when you're in a game, aren't you so present that it's so great you're not thinking about anything else? That's what being live on air for an hour is. If you were me in this job, what question would you ask you?
You asked all the good ones.
No, I didn't.
don't need any
I
help.
didn't do a very good job today. I'm not happy with myself.